Hi guys, I'm Afnina. Welcome you here. So I'm back with a new weekly news roundup. So the very first news is that North Korea test launched two ballistic missiles on Monday following the conclusion of a new US South Korea Japan military drill. According to South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff, the missiles were launched 10 minutes apart from Jangyeon in southeastern North Korea. The first missile flew 600 kilometers while the other one flew just 120 kilometers and may have experienced an abnormal flight, potentially exploding and scattering debris on the ground. The launches came a day after North Korea threatened offensive and overwhelming responses to the trilateral military exercises, which aimed to enhance joint defense capabilities against North Korean threats and China's assertiveness. The South Korean media reported the first missile landed near North Korea's eastern city of Chongjin, while the second likely crashed inland. The Joint Chief of Staff condemned the launches as provocations threatening Korean Peninsula peace and emphasized readiness to respond in coordination with the US. The North Foreign Ministry had earlier criticized the military drill, likely the US South Korea Japan alliance, to an Asian NATO and accusing it of destabilizing regional security. The second news is about Japan. So, Japan has successfully launched an advanced Earth observation satellite ALOS 4 using its new H3 rocket on Monday. The H3 number 3 rocket took off from the Tanegashima Space Center and 16 minutes later it placed ALOS 4 into its intended orbit. This satellite, developed by the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, is designed for disaster response, security, and monitoring land activities, including volcanic and seismic activity. It can also track military actions such as missile launches with an infrared sensor created by the Defense Ministry. Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency President Hiroshi hailed the launch as a significant milestone for Japan's space access and global competitiveness. This mission, marking the third flight of the H3 system, follows a successful launch in February and a failed attempt the previous year. Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries are working to replace the aging H2A rocket with the H3 system, aiming to reduce the launch cost by half. This initiative is crucial for Japan's space program and national security. MHI will eventually handle H3 production and launches, striving to enhance its commercial viability. The third news is that Australia has appointed Sam Mostyn as its second woman Governor General, a largely ceremonial role representing the British monarch. Sam, a businesswoman and a gender equality advocate, was sworn in last week. She emphasized balancing traditions with a modernity in her new role. Sam's appointment is the first by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's government and marks the first such appointment since King Charles III's reign began in 2022. Albanese's government, elected in 2022, supports transitioning to an Australian republic, although no referendum has been scheduled so far. Sam replaces General David and her annual salary will be 7,09,000 Australian dollars. This appointment reflects the government's broader vision of modernizing and potentially redefining Australia's head of state role. The fourth news is that UNESCO has discovered 5 bombs hidden in the walls of Mosul's historic Al Nouri Mosque, remnants from the Islamic State's rule. The mosque, destroyed by IS in 2017, has been under UNESCO restoration since 2020. The bombs that were designed for significant destruction were found in the prayer hall's southern wall. Iraqi authorities have secured the area, defusing 1 bomb with plans to safely dispose of the remaining 4. UNESCO has paused reconstruction at the mosque until the devices are removed. The discovery highlights ongoing challenges in Mosul's recovery from the IS occupation. The fifth news is that China and the Philippines met to ease tensions after a severe clash in the South China Sea on June 17, which injured Filipino Navy personnel and damaged 2 boats. The day-long meeting in Manila did not yield a major agreement but saw progress on managing sea conflicts. Both sides affirmed their commitment to de-escalate the tensions. An agreement was signed to improve emergency communications and further talks on enhancing Coast Guard ties are planned. The clash underscores the ongoing territorial disputes in the South China Sea involving several nations and the US. The sixth news is that hundreds of exiled Tibetans gathered in Dharamshala, India to celebrate Dalai Lama's 89th birthday. The festivities at one of the temples included traditional dancing, distribution of sweets, and the singing of the song Happy Birthday. The Dalai Lama in the US for knee surgery was absent. The Tibetan Institute of Performing Arts performed, and the Indian and the Tibetan flags were hoisted. Penpa Tsering, president of the Tibetan government in exile, announced year-long events to honor the Dalai Lama's achievements. Despite China's lack of recognition of the exiled government, the celebrations underscored the ongoing significance of Dalai Lama to the Tibetan culture. The seventh news is that Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow to discuss a peaceful resolution in the Ukraine. This rare visit by a European leader drew condemnation from European officials. The seventh news is that Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow to discuss a peaceful resolution in the Ukraine. This rare visit by a European leader drew condemnation from European officials. Orban previously met Ukrainian President Zelensky proposing an immediate ceasefire with Russia. Putin, however, rejected any ceasefire that would allow Ukraine to regroup. The visit coincided with Hungary's presidency of the EU Council, although EU leaders stressed that Viktor did not represent the EU in these talks. Critics argue that Viktor's trip undermines EU unity against the Russian aggression. Thank you and follow me for more such news.